to this link. I don't advise, it's going to really mess up the sound, but you can check out the streaming link if you want to.
Okay.
Quickly, and then get off of it because it will like cause a weird echo since you're in both meetings. You can actually stream to, I would say on the regular plan up to 500 people if you wanted to. That's just included. I don't know how that works with Zoom. I don't know at all, but you could certainly do that here if you wanted to create a live cast or live stream and just do that.
Okay. So the live streaming allows like the presenter to present to a large group of people, but without them doing their own sharing screens. It's just a one-to-many, right?
Correct. It's a one-way stream. So, people are just watching at that point. They're viewers as opposed to potential interactive participants in this meeting room.
But can they make use of the chat capability to ask questions?
If they schedule as a webinar. So the webinar itself will have that. That's just a one-way live stream that I did there. There's no interactive. The webinar server does have that ability to, let me show you again. And again, I don't know if that's something, but why not take a look at it? So if I wanted to schedule a webinar, I could actually go through the process that, might be familiar with already. I can do things like build a poll in the webinar if I wanted to do that, to have them automatically launch. I can require registration. That's probably the biggest part of it. And here's where I'll, select the different fields that I might care about for registration participants. Schedule the webinar, and then you get invitations for anybody who's the panelist, right? Anybody who needs to present or talk or anything like that. So you invite those people, and then you have this registration link for viewers. So viewers, you don't have to. It's just, if you wanted to schedule registration, then your viewers could go. Oh, sorry, my internet's a little slow today. We still haven't. There was the hurricane here, a few weeks ago, and we still haven't really come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, we're okay. Like our house made it with minimal damage, but it's been kind of crazy. So if I wanted to register my daughter, but we'll just look it up. So you'll get the registration, and then they will be sent that invitation, and they have a personal registration link. That's the point. That when they join that event, that the presenters will know exactly who joined. Oh, that was Riley, and she lives here, and any information they collected, and you'll have post-webinar analytics as well. So all your information about participants, who joined, who didn't, how long they were on the call, things like that. That's kind of where the webinar features come into play.
Cool. I've got a hard stop at about 10, but I would like to, if you have readily available, like what we discussed in terms of pricing the last time, do you have that so that we can just go through that again?
Oh, up? Do I have that up? Let me look. I was looking at it.
If not, I'll need to go to my email and check.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's what I'm doing, but that's fine. Let's look. It was pretty simple. I think we were just giving you a discount off of the rates. We were just giving you a discount off of the rates that we provided to retail customers. And you could sign up for either of the plans. I think it was a spreadsheet, but I'm not finding it. I'm not seeing it. But I think I'll look at the pricing again. Oh, I know. There we go. There's a retail rate on the callbridge.com pricing page. And we were just going to provide like a discount on that, and you could pass that along or use that as you wanted to for your users. Certainly, if you become a white label partner, there's wholesale pricing for these different licenses. But if you're just doing the API on CallBridge, we'd need to figure out what rate we would charge you for both of the plans, and then you could include it, pass it along, whatever it is you need to do for your users.
So we were looking at the standard plan?
Yeah, probably. Yep, that's probably what you were looking at. But those may not, the feature set you would want to kind of review and make sure that's what you want. And again, we'll give you a discount, maybe 20% off of the retail rates.
And and this was going to apply to each and every subscriber to Coach Vantage, or how was that working per month?
Anybody that you would create anybody who needs to become a user, that needs to organize and hold classes, meetings, consultations, what have you, they would need to hold a license or a user account.
Okay.
And that was per user per month. And there's no overage. So
I'm sorry?
There's no overage. There was no, it wasn't per, there's no, they can have unlimited meetings. They can have, as many meetings as they want. They can use it. They can do recording. Whatever's included in that subscription price is the rate. There's no usage fees attached to that after the fact. So I think that was what you were looking for. Because originally we talked about the usage-based model, but that didn't really scale for you, I think.
Right.
Right.
And then, so I'm looking at the enterprise, which is where you mentioned 10 or more host accounts. Is this the white label, or is this something else?
No, the 10 or more host accounts is the enterprise plan. But you could certainly take advantage of that and purchase 10 of the enterprise licenses. That really just from a retail perspective, that allows us to, we go into, let's say, law firms or financial firms where they have more users than just the 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got 50 lawyers they need to set up, or they've got 50 people on their team. So we provide them. Zoom does this too, right? They actually mostly do this. They have you have a certain minimum number of licenses, but you get a reduced rate and you get more features in the plan itself. So it's 10 users for $199 a month, I think, for the enterprise.
Right. So I could also look at purchasing that in bulk of 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. Yep. And then you can assign the licenses as you see fit. Yep.
Right. Okay. Okay. And then, so you would know the number of people who have, let's say if I just go on the standard, but you will, or even on the enterprise, but you would know based on the APIs how many people have actually registered for a license or have signed up for a license through the Coach Vantage platform.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Well, or yes, you would need to, you'll activate the different users and we'll subscribe your account to the plan. And then as you activate users, that's how we'll kind of keep track of everything. And it doesn't have to be, it could be Coach 1, Coach 2, Coach 3, Coach 4. We don't need a name assigned to it or anything like that specifically. Do you have, should have said this, do you have a demo account yet? Have we signed you up with anything? Because if you haven't, I want to sign you up for that so you can kind of play around with it. And
no, I don't have a demo account, but
okay. Yeah, I'll create one for you and send that to you after this, so you can. Well, I mean, obviously, it won't be at any cost. You can, but it'll allow you to see how that all works. You can assign different users to the account. You can even use the API and do some test calls to see how that might work as well, because you'll be the administrator of the account. You'll have an admin username and password, and that's what the requirement is for the API.
Okay. So your features, I noticed, also includes the online whiteboard.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have the whiteboard, so that can be launched here. You can see this.
I'm just trying to do a quick compare against the Zoom pricing, so that obviously price will also be a factor in addition to the
of course,
right. So if I can show them that they're going to benefit not just from these features but also from a cost perspective,
right.
So if I look at their pricing, personal.
Yeah, you have to look at they can't do really branding or anything like that. But Zoom is, their higher plans, they're going to require a certain number of users as well, from what I understand with the Zoom pricing. But you don't really, they don't really have to purchase that as somebody using it through you, right? They can just purchase single licenses or something through us. Although I'm not, are you looking at the Zoom.us? Is that the site you're on, or is there a different? Okay.
Yeah. So the webinar capability, is that on the standard plan?
Are they purchasing this through Zoom when they buy through you?
I'm sorry?
When your coaches sign up, do they have to actually, so they can sign up for Zoom, but they can sign up for a free account or a
Exactly, yeah. So we just allow them to use or connect to their own Zoom account. It is not natively integrated
Okay. Yep, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so they could have their own free account or they could have a paid account. And all we're doing is we're just getting the URL for the meeting and we're putting that on the meeting notification. So you see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to offer them these integrated capability, and they would pay something on top of the standard Coach Vantage subscription if they wanted this, which would be cheaper than them buying directly a Zoom account, right?
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I really think you should look at the white label platform. I don't think you can do what you need to do and be competitive with our retail pricing. I think that makes sense. So let me rework a proposal for you for a white label. You can be way more competitive, so much more competitive with that. I mean, we could give them a basic plan and maybe charge them $6 a month or something, something that makes sense for them. I understand what you're trying to do, but I don't think that this type of comparison works for you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
I think, so I think it would be great if you can give me a proposal for the white label and what that means from a cost perspective, what that means in terms of whether I would need a minimum number or something like that, and see whether that makes sense for me. Because if we do that, then, like I said, I would need to get some sense of the take-up rate with our users and see whether it is something that would appeal to them and at what price point,
Yeah, and I know you have to go, but just really quickly, one model that might be great for you is we've got like a per active user model, meaning you could actually give 100 coaches 100 licenses, but then we would charge you monthly for only the people that use it. So it really allows you to do a wide distribution, but not really. It's more expensive, right, than just per seat per month, a wholesale model, but it makes sense because you're able to say, hey, everybody, try this. And then there's no loss for you if they don't use it, right? You have a little bit more time to.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I kind of like that model.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think, if you could send me that pricing detail so that I can do some, some quick calculations and then and the features as well. So put the feature sets there as well for the white label.
Yeah, of course, right. Well, the nice part about white label is we have some parameters, but you have a little bit more control over the features and how they work in the plans. That's one of the benefits too. So, there's a few more plans to offer, and you can offer way more scaled down one if you just want people to kind of jump in for the video. Maybe you only need 5. Maybe it's a small plan. You only need 5 people online. 5 participants, right? Maybe I don't know if they need a lot. 5 participants, but unlimited time on the meetings is attractive. Something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because different coaches do different things, right? So one coach could be doing just a one-on-one, and that's all he or she needs. Another coach could be doing group sessions, group coaching,